private citizen.
The high gear attacking me. They have turned these weapons up so freaking hard I ain't been able to hardly walk. This is my left eyeball. Here's the corner of my eye, comes up to here. Lashes, comes up to here and here. They're trying to zap it out as I record it.
Right before your eyes, that's the drone.
I turned my phone because see they've cut back on their resources now. If I go and travel outside of my house, they gotta spend more jet fuel.
When you're a targeted individual, the vandalism is non-stop. So you have to take extra caution with your vehicles.
Okay.
So, I don't know what else. I do know this. They have, I guess they were trying to break in it, so they were at the back of my van here. They stood at the back of it, and they broke the key lock to my van trying to get into it because they haven't had a chance yet to get my keys. I pray they haven't had a chance yet to get my keys.
I'm beating around the bush, though. He wants you to believe that they broke into that van to get his antifreeze.
Listen, that's why I try to tell people don't change your locks, don't do all that stuff because they're going to get a key. They've got locksmiths, they can do all that. You're not going to keep them out of your house. You just got to take the best precautions you know to take at the time to try to save your equipment and save your house and your safety.
This video is going to bounce around here and there because he was talking about doing the thermostat on this van and stuff, so that's why it's jumped around the way it is. He was talking about other stuff. I only cut out the parts about the targeting.
On this, and there comes the airplane. See? He hasn't been over all day long until I come outside. So there he is stalking again.
Telling me if we looked up that airport down there in Hickory, we'd find out that no other planes left this morning. That was the only one at the only time.
Let me go through one of the comments today. What's so special about you? I feel sorry for your family.
Hey, people can only perceive your life to be what it is by what you post.
Why are you targeted?
No.
Don't like that.
I don't know. No one really knows. Whistleblowers are targeted. You heard of whistleblowers? Well, when 9/11 happened, I came out hard and strong, and I was the first one screaming about it because I'm smarter than the average bear.
You're smarter than the average bear. That's why you're working on a hand-me-down van that you got for next to nothing that barely runs. You already cut the cat out of. Catalytic converter for anybody who don't know. You live in this little shack that you complain about, and you can barely afford to build your little makeshift boat that you're going to go float on a creek away from society. But you're smarter than the average bear. Yogi, you are not. And Yogi was not the smart one. Boo-Boo was.
Was it because of 9/11? Because I spoke out against it? Was it that? Or was it because of the Patriot Act that put all of us on this program?
Patriot Act is a conversation for a whole nother day, but I think we're all starting to connect the dots here. You've been one of them conspiracy loons for a long time.
So more than likely, that's the problem. Was it that just because of that? Strictly.
No.
Was it because when I was 16 years old and I was renting a closet in an apartment and my buddies decided they were going to blow up a cop car? So they put 22 shells in the gas tank and poured lighter fluid all over it and blew up a brand new police car. Was that the reason?
No.
Sounds like a pretty good reason to get on a terrorist watch list, except the simple fact that I didn't do it. Could that be?
No.
Could it be that I had sex with the wrong man's wife?
Oh, God! No! God, please, no! No!
No! That's very possible because in my younger days I was quite the philanderer.
Okay.
Gigolo, I guess you could say. Could it be, because we know that people in government are involved in this, that when I had my 10 acres that I bought into family land, and the family that I bought into, one was a fire chief, and the rest of the family were volunteer firemen. Could it be that I just bought into family land?
No.
Or could it be that fire chief assassinated my pit bull?
No.
And he put put his 9mm and blew his brains out and left him sitting in front of my garage. I took him to court and I beat him in district court until I was conned by the prosecutor to drop it. Even though I won, the prosecutor made me drop the case. He didn't want to take it because the guy was going to appeal it to Superior Court. And he's like, oh, well, you're going to have to pay for this. I said, wait a second. He kills my animal. Why do I have to pay to prosecute him?
Something tells me if we could just hit the record button, feed you some alcohol, and just let you talk and talk and talk and talk, we would all get a whole bunch of answers, and we would all realize you're worthless.
Yeah. So when you go after a government agency or a government agent, you're going to have the whole weight of the DOJ on you. Was it that?
No.
Was it that my social security number popped up and I was the next one on the list? Because there are thousands of people just like me across America that are targeted individuals, and they don't know why they're being targeted either.
No.
So what reason are we going to prescribe for it today? What are we going to make up and say, well, that's the reason, that's the reason? We don't know for sure. But I can assure you, and this is what I'll need everybody to do, because if you hate me that much and you despise me that much, and let me tell you nothing about YouTube money, I don't make any money off YouTube. I don't even get donations. I think the last donation I got was like 4 or 5 months ago. And my channel's not monetized, and I'll probably never, I'll never get to 1,000 because they shadow ban me.
Man, if it's within my means to prevent it, I certainly will do my best.
Why do they shadow ban me? What is so wrong with what I'm saying that I should be shadow banned? Any God-fearing American should be totally against any censorship at all.
Now, the censorship thing, I agree, but we all have to take a long look in the mirror, because if we desensitize our kids to everything that's out there, we can't shield them. In the day of internet, we cannot keep them from learning things that we don't want them to know, okay? And you say, oh, well, that's not the same thing. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's why I don't use foul language and stuff on my channel. YouTube could come out tomorrow and say, oh, you know what? You can use as much foul language as you want. I still don't want to be a part of it. What if my kids happen to see it? What if one of your kids happen to see it?
That's why I do what I do.
Some of you can say, oh, vilified, you're ridiculous about it. Eventually they're going to, yeah, that's cool, but I didn't contribute to it.
So, why am I being shadow banned? Why are these hit channels out to get me? Oh, they're saving the poor little old widows so they won't get conned by you. Conned by me. Let me tell you this much, folks. Every person that's donated to me is a targeted individual. Every last one of them.
That's a lie. Her name was, and she is not a targeted individual. God bless her heart, is just a regular old woman on Social Security. And you were willing to accept her whole check. That's what I have against you. You can spin it, you can lie any way you want to, but you and I both know what happened, okay? She was in your chat. You were having conversations with her, or in your comments, you were having conversations with her. I end up talking. You are a liar. You are a con man.
So who are you to shut down my voice when the people that are targeted find pleasure and find insight into what I have to say?
Well, that's easy. My name's Vilified Freedom, and I just don't like you.
Run tell that.
So don't think that some little old lady was just scrolling the internet to find somebody to donate money to. If that's your thinking, I would never want your perspective on life. I don't want to know what you think about life, because
What a coincidence, because I don't care what you want to know. The fact is, you already did it. So now I'm on you. It ain't nothing you can do to change it. What you want to do?
because you've lost the plot already.
Lost the plot already? Buddy, you do realize you get on the internet and tell people that drones are following you from county to county, that they hover over top of your house, that the government uses energy weapons to harm you, that they spy on you, that they release insects into your home in the wintertime, that they sneak into your ductwork and cut little slices into your ducking, that they feed different spiders into your home. Who's lost what?
So getting back to reasons why. Let's see. My grandfather, Carol Dockery, who I was named after, he was a World War II veteran of the Korean War. He's a Purple Heart veteran from the Korean War, and he did the World War II as well. My other grandfather, Paul Ellell, he was in World War II, and he went AWOL, and they tested all kinds of evil weapons on that man. They tortured that man in a military prison for years. He would never disclose what all they did because it messed him up, and I was the next male in line. Hey, Rick, am I a targeted individual, Rick? Yep. What kind of targeting you see happening to me, Rick?
Them drones, them planes flying all over the top of your house.
People breaking in, traffic, cars.
I'm telling you what, I just edited out the cuss words old boy was using, and it almost doesn't even sound like it. And I'm telling you right now, if you get to hear this and it sounds as good as I just played it back, my editing is getting a whole lot better because this video won't let me make the slices where I need to.
Yeah, that's just another person that sees it. Rick, you see that?
Oh, yes, of course we can trust Rick. He's an upstanding citizen.
Every day, don't you?
Yep.
Okay. Every day. What reason? Was it that when I was in school as a youngster that I had some kind of aptitude test? Was it that?
No.
Was it because my grandfather was tortured and I was the next male in the lineage? Was it that?
No.
Is it my DNA? Is there something so incredibly special about me and other targeted individuals? I find that to be credible.
No.
Because the majority of targeted individuals that I've met are some of the most caring, loving people on the planet, and they would hate for anything like this to happen to anyone else.
But then there's you know, the jackwagon who's completely willing to take advantage of each and every one of them.
For the sake of your own gain.
Now, whether that realization was before targeting or after, I can assure you that me in my life, and this is by no means patting myself on the back, but I'm an empath. I feel people's pain.
Inbred, we might have been able to believe. Empath, no. You've proven that wrong just in your own video.
Videos, you jackwagon.
I know people's fears. I feel what people feel.
Sure, after they send it to you.
And I've always had the need and desire to help everyone I could see and meet. Go out of my way to help. I'm not saying that because I don't need your kudos. God's going to reward me with everything. I don't need to know anything else. But could that be it? You remember back? Think about the Knights of the Round Table and all that craziness. Remember the King Arthur? I want to kill him and all of his clan. Every living member, every member of blood in that family. Could that be
No.
real today? That this goes way back thousands and thousands of years.
What's wrong with you?
Or the easiest explanation. I'm a child of the Almighty God. I am a follower of Jesus Christ. When I was 6 years old, I was leading people to Jesus out of my bedroom closet.
Stop it here because he goes on, he starts talking about the Lord and whatnot, and I don't know how the heck he could possibly start talking about the Lord when he's living a lie, trying to push this on people. It makes my blood boil, and I haven't even finished the rest of the video because I can't listen to it.